What's going on, everybody? So, we got a pretty good Monday Night Raw with the absence of Pat McAfee, which I will explain in a minute, and a controversial, um, very controversial ending to Monday Night Raw. But first things first, let's get into it. No recap. They just showed their arena and talked about some other stuff, but we did start off with the notion of what happened to Pat McAfee. Is they allude to like what happened on the Pat McAfee show where the lights and everything cut off like the like Bray Wyatt, and that it's assumed that he was attacked by Bray Wyatt, but in reality he had an unexpected death in the family, and so my condolences to Pat McAfee. But and then in the middle of them explaining that, the Miz, almost, because I was trying to think of Chad Gable too at the same time. The Miz was on commentary replacing Pat McAfee. But in the middle of them explaining that, Drew McIntyre will come out, no intro music or nothing. So we get the first thing of the night is the Drew McIntyre promo. Basically, he comes out and explains that he's done with everybody. He's done with everybody in the back. He's basically done with anybody that supports CM Punk. He's done explaining to you that he's toxic and who he truly is. He's done with all that. As far as he's concerned, if you chant his name, you support him, you're dead to him. So now he's turning to CM Punk, and he said he knows CM Punk is watching, and he taunts him by saying he hopes he's, wherever he is in the hospital or whatever, he's hurting and in bad shape because I put you there. And then he talked about his little bracelet that he took from CM Punk. And the significance of that bracelet was just that it was made by a fan given to CM Punk, in which it has AJ Lee's name on it and his dog's name on it. And that he says, now that I got this by me on my wrist, I'll be taking your family into battle with me. And more specifically, he was saying that he's going to enter the Money in the Bank, and he's going to win Money in the Bank, and he's going to do it all with his family at his side, and that there's nothing he could do about it. Then we got the arrival of Chad Gable. That was like the little Chad Gable promo. He just arrived, and they were talking about how they were going to get into it later about what actually transpired and why he's here tonight, or at least yesterday night. Then we got a Ludwig Kaiser promo talked about how angry he is that he was attacked by Braun Breaker, but that he was going to deal with Braun Breaker tonight. Then we would get the first match of the night, which is Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser. This was a good match, and Ludwig got more offense in than I expect him to get, which I'm pretty glad that Triple H is giving him this push. I'm glad that he's getting this push, because he doesn't look like just your standard jobber type dude. He looks like a dude who's going to eventually break out and start winning. So, but in this case, the match was good, but the ending came to when Sheamus would appear, and just like Ludwig did last week to Sheamus, Sheamus will return the receipt, and he will do like a jump knee to Ludwig, causing the disqualification, which means Ludwig technically won by disqualification. Sheamus was about to put Ludwig through the table with a power bomb, but he would get speared by Braun Breaker, and this will piss off Braun Breaker. Then we get a Judgment Day promo where Damian Priest comes into the clubhouse and see that they got some shiny new stuff. We see they got a brand new TV. Dominic got a platter of chicken nuggets, which is his favorite meal, and there's a PlayStation 5 in there. It's the slim version, the slim disc version. Sorry, I know, and they had like one of the cool controllers that I still doesn't have. It's the all red controller. I got to get that controller. Like I did when that's a different video. Sorry, I was about to get into my PlayStation stuff. But yeah, Judgment Day would get scolded by Damian Priest saying what's going on. where's all this fancy gifts and stuff. And they told her you might not like it, but this all came from Liv. Like we ain't asked her to do it, but she did it. She got us this TV. She got me this chicken nuggets. She got us this PlayStation. And in the middle of Damian Priest telling Dominic what he need to do, he need to end this with Liv tonight to protect, to make sure that Rhea doesn't come back and kill them. He would get a text message, and he was so. And I think the way it's implied, it was a not so PG text message. It wasn't even TV-14 text message. The way how everyone reacted, I think it was a little bow chicka wow wow, if you know what I mean, type text message. Meaning that I don't think it was an actual text, more so it was a picture. And because when he showed it, David Priest was like, "Oh, me wrong," and Carlito and it was like, "Holy cow!" Well, no, I want to say Carlito because Carlito had a different, but Finn Balor and JD was like, "Oh." And I think Finn like looked at it and he just turned away. That's how you knew it was a picture because he looked at it and he turned away. And Carlito was just like, "Now that's cool." Like he didn't say it like his usual. "Now that's cool." He said, "Now that's cool." And Damian Priest was like, "Carlito," and he was like, "Oh." And then he would tell Dominic to go and handle Liv Morgan, and then he would scold them about not handling Braun Strowman, the rest about not handling Braun Strowman. Said they need to take care of the Braun Strowman problem tonight. And then we would get Braun Breaker. I was about to say the segment, but I forgot. We would get Braun Breaker, who basically was banging on Adam Pearce's door, and Adam Pearce came out like, "Holy crowd, okay." Like he was basically telling, he even told him too, like, you need to calm down before you have a heart attack. But that was when Sami Zayn solo. But anyway, Braun Breaker would demand a match with Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship because he's been screwed for 2 weeks in a row. Because he said he would have beaten Sheamus if it wasn't for the Ludwig. If it wasn't for Ludwig, and he would have beaten Ludwig if it wasn't for Sheamus. And he said he's tired of this crap and that he wants opportunity. He demands one, and that's when Adam Pearce said, "Okay, we could work something out. Just calm down before you have a heart attack." That's when that part came in, because that's when Sami came in, and Sami said, "No one is here to stand in your way. You want a chance at the Intercontinental Championship? Just name it any time, any place." And Braun Breaker would say, "Oh, how about Money in the Bank?" And Sami Zayn told Adam Pearce to make it official, which it was. Then we get to the second match of the night, which is Lyra Valkyria versus Shayna Blazer versus Kairi Sane for another spot in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This was a pretty good one. This was great. It started off pretty good, but then it got great towards the end, especially that ending sequence with Lyra, Shayna, and Kairi. But this match, like towards the middle and end, this match went from pretty good to great, because this was a good match. This was a great match. And like I said, I like that little ending sequence. And I think like Kyrie hit like the insane elbow. Cause I think like Shayna had put Lyra in the Kafula clutch, but Lyra reversed it to a pin. But Kyrie hit the insane elbow on Shayna, and then Lyra would hit her finisher on Kyrie to get the pinfall. Then we got Drew McIntyre being confronted by Adam Pearce, and they was arguing about him seemingly quitting, and then going starting trouble on SmackDown during when he did the CM Punk on SmackDown. And they was also arguing about him having to be in a qualifying match for Money in the Bank instead of just being directly put in. And he told Adam Pearce, Adam Pearce said something about being disruptive, and he told Adam Pearce, "If you don't do I know you're a good guy, you'll do the right thing. But if you don't do the right thing, I will show you the meaning of disruptive." And as he walked away, we get a shot of Liv Morgan. This is important because Liv Morgan, I think this is the first time they did it with a woman. Liv Morgan would be your person that you follow from the backstage to the ring, shot of the night. And I love to mention that because that's a cool little addition that they actually follow. They follow the cameraman follows the person from the back through gorilla to the stage, and that was a cool shot they did with Liv Morgan. And basically, Liv Morgan will come out. That's where we get this promo, I should say, the Liv Morgan promo. And Liv Morgan would come out and basically talking about how she wanted to, she couldn't find Dom in the back, so she wanted him to come out to the ring so that she could talk about the gifts and the text message that she sent them, and that she got even one more gift for him when he come out to the ring, that she wanted to get him in front of all the people. But Zelina Vega would come out. Zelina Vega would come out and basically said that accused Liv Morgan of not paying attention to the Women's World Championship and shit, at which Liv Morgan said this means everything to her because she took out Rhea Ripley to get it. But Zelina Vega challenged her to a match for the title. She wanted to be right here, right now, tonight. But Liv told her that she's a little bit busy tonight, but that she would give it to her next week. But Zelina said she's not waiting the next week. And Zelina had a positive promo too. It was not to get all into it, but it was just something about how Liv schemed and got her way to the title where she starred for her opportunities. Something like that. But Dominic Mysterio would come out, and he would basically come out to offer his help to Zelina Vega. He basically was trying to say that he would do anything and would rather see anybody with that title other than Liv Morgan. But this would get into with Zelina would tell Dom that she doesn't want his help or need it. She don't want him anywhere near the match, but she would get attacked by Liv Morgan or the Brawl with a shoe. But Rey Mysterio would come out to pull them apart, and Dominic would push Rey Mysterio, to which Liv, like a crazy psychopath, think that Dominic Mysterio did that to protect her. More on that in a minute. But then we get Adam Pearce basically giving us an update on Chad Gable and saying that he is medically cleared to compete, but that he really can't answer the questions about what's going on or what happened to him with, that whole attack last week. And then we get Liv and Dominic, with Liv trying to give her thanks for protecting her. But Dominic said he didn't do that to protect her. She said he just did that because he hated his dad. He's a deadbeat, like you said. Like you just said it, he's a deadbeat. That's the only reason why I pushed him, because he's a deadbeat. I don't like him. And she said, well, anyways, thank you. And she hugged him, and he's like, oh my God, get off of me. And then he walks away. But R-Truth would come in and community. It's weird. He did in the comment where he thought Liv was Carmella, but then later on he says he was trying to help Liv and Dom. So I'm like, God dang it, Truth. But yeah, he basically comes in and he said he's a sucker for love, basically, and whatnot. And Liv takes that advantage to act because she wanted to do something more for the group. So she tells him, why not you help me out with something? She said, why don't you go talk to Adam Pearce and get you a championship title match against Finn Balor and JD McDonough tonight for the World Tag Team Championships. And he said, oh, yeah, I could do that. And he basically go do that because he's a sucker for love. And this would causes Miz to basically lead commentary to go find R-Truth before they get put into a title match. Let's see. Then we get the third match of the night, which is Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. Chad Gable would come out and make, like, as he do his entrance, he did make a promo about how the rumors of his demise was greatly exaggerated, and that he's here and he's going to compete against two other monsters, and that he's going to do this because you can't kill Chad Gable. Chad Gable lives. And they went on to have a pretty good match. This was a pretty good match. I actually enjoyed this match. I really did. The finish came when It looked like Braun Strowman was heading towards the victory, but then Judgment Day would attack him and basically beat him up, and like they basically beat him all the way up into the back. Um, I think Braun Strowman had hit the running power slam on Bronson Reed, and while Chad Gable was like stuck on the top ropes as he was beaten up and left on the top ropes, Bronson Reed would roll into the ring, but he would roll into the path of Chad Gable, who got his composure back and did like a little somersault flip off of it and pin Bronson Reed 1, 2, 3, making him the victor. As Michael Cole would say on commentary by himself, that he would need a miracle to win this match, and he got it in the form of Judgment Day. And as he was celebrating, the lights would cut off, and a la the Wyatt, I was about to say Bray Wyatt style, and we get the familiar doom, doom, and the fireflies are lit, and not Alexa Bliss, but Nikki Cross or Abby the Witch would come into the ring and scare Chad Gable off. I like how they made the ring all smoky and stuff. And Chad Gable was like, he was trying to figure out what was going on. And then when he turned around and saw Abby the Witch, he fell down like and backed it to the corner, one in the corner of the turnbuckles, and then got out of the ring. To which Abby the Witch would then turn her attention towards Michael Cole, and she would get out the ring and pick up a box that was mysteriously on the floor and hand it to Michael Cole. To which we find out that the box contained a VHS cassette tape that says "Play Me," and Michael Cole would send that off to the production truck and see if they got a cassette tape to play it. Then we get Chad Gable trying to get comfort from the Alpha Academy. He was trying to apologize and save face, but Otis doubled down on that stand, saying that we meant what we said last week. We are done with you. But Maxine says she was trying to talk to Otis, but you put us through a lot and you did a lot. But she'll try to talk to Otis to get him to come around. But they really are happy that he's okay. And then the Creed brothers show up to check on Chad Gable. They keep teasing this new stable with the Creed brothers. It's going to happen eventually. Then we get the fourth match, which is Alba Fire and Easter Dawn versus Katana Chance and Kevin Carter. This was a good tag team match. I'm glad they get Alba Fire and them again some shine. I really am. They just need to start giving some shine to Katana Chance and Kevin Carter, who are a true legit tag team, just like Alba Fire and Easter Dawn. But tonight it was Alba Fire and Easter Dawn's night, as they would get the victory over Katana Chance and Kevin Carter. But Damage Control would come out and beat all the people up and involved, and for them to like really stand tall. Sitting that might be like a little feud between all of them. Then we get Judgment Day again. This time, Liv Morgan, he will go. Damian Priest this time going into the locker room to get his belt. He will open the door to find Liv coming out, eating some chicken nuggets. She said, "Hey, Damian, bye, Damian," and he's like, "What the?" And you should he think it's Dominic in there, but it's Finn Balor, and it looks so awkward when Finn's playing the game. He's like, "Wait a minute, whoa, I know how it look, big man. I thought you was gone for the night." But he was like, "Man, what you doing?" It's like, "Oh, so now you trying to do something with Liv?" He's like, No, it's not like that." He said, "You always accusing me of something." He said, "She just came here to tell me that she got us a championship, tag team championship match later on tonight against, R-Truth and The Miz, and that she's got Dominic a match for next week for Rey Mysterio. So, that's what she was here for." He was like, "Look, man, I'm about to go handle my business with Seth Rollins. You just handle your business tonight." And then we'll get Miz and R-Truth, to which R-Truth will inform Miz that he did indeed get that match for later on tonight. Then we got Damian Priest, who came out and did a promo on Seth Rollins, saying that him and Seth Rollins are alike in a lot of ways. But the one thing he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to be like Seth Rollins because he doesn't want to see his successor, and that as long as he's champion, he's going to be Seth Rollins will never see the top of the mountain again. And then Seth Rollins would come out and basically said that he he's cool with the things he said, but he said the thing he doesn't like is being one up. And he said he came out here to one up him, and they made like a gentleman's agreement that if Seth wins, Damian Priest will have to lead Judgment Day, but Damian Priest wins, Seth would never challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship again as long as he's champion. They agree, but Gunther comes out, and Gunther says that he can't wait to see this match, and he can't wait to see who's the better man between the two and whoever. And he said, "May the best man win," but just know whoever's the best man between you two is the lesser man to me when I beat you at SummerSlam, whoever it is for that title. And then we will get the best promo of the night, which is what was on the VHS tape, which is Bo Dallas having a conversation with appears to be a desolate Firefly farmhouse, and he's talking about Bray Wyatt to himself as Uncle Howdy. He's having a conversation with himself, and Uncle Howdy is basically asking him why he's doing this. Like, don't you think you like trying to you grossly using your brother's legacy? And Bo Dallas talked about how he worked his whole life to get to where he could work with his brothers, been his dream. He always wanted to be like his big brother. And then when they finally got there, they finally got to the opportunity to do it. Tragedy struck, unfortunately. And he's met, and when we talking about for real, you know, the tragedy of they was finally getting ready to work together, and unfortunately Bray Wyatt passed away. But he says that he did what he did because he didn't want nobody to he didn't want people to forget because they were trying to forget them, and he said we made them remember. And Uncle Holly said, "Yes, you did." That was a great promo. We got the fifth match, which is Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Cross. This was a good one as well. They did try to start the drama. They did announce that how Kofi kind of stepped on Xavier's toes and cut Xavier off and kind of took this match where it looked like Xavier wanted the match himself. But the match was good for the most part. And when Kofi Kingston got the upper hand, they would he would get distracted by the manager dude who was the manager for the for Animal and Hawk. I forgot his name. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember his name right now. Jesus, I can't remember his name, but you know the guy. He would come on the screen and tell Kofi, he said, "Is this what you wanted, huh? Is this what you wanted?" And then he looks, and you saw that Kofi, as they was getting beat up by ALP, and Kofi would try to go to help, but Karrion Kross would take advantage and win the match. Then we would get the main event, which is Judgment Day versus The Miz and R-Truth for the World Heavyweight Championship, World Tag Team Championships, and this was a pretty good one. I enjoyed it. The ending though came when which we call R-Truth had the victory at hand, and it looked like he was going to seal the deal and win the match. He had Fan Battle right when he wanted, but Liv would distract him about love and whatnot. He got distracted. Instead of hitting his finisher, he went to go hug Liv Morgan because she wanted to hug for him. Like, she just basically like she wanted to hug him for what he did for her, and he would hug her, and she was all smiley, and then her face was went, and then she went. And then she would hurt. I think she would hang him up on the ropes, and he would turn around and get a shotgun kicked into the turnbuckles, in which he would get hit with the coup de grace. And controversially, JD McDonough and Finn Balor are your new World Tag Team Champions. I knew they was gonna be transitional champions. I figured they was because they never got their side plates, but it is what it is. and they would end the show with them just standing tall with Liv Morgan. This was a pretty decent show. It really was a pretty good show. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, big ups. But this was pretty good. I'm glad. I like what we're seeing, because this is a precursor to what we're going to see when we get to Netflix. If you've seen that interview with Triple H did on the Pat McAfee show, you know what I'm talking about. But in brief summary, he said, on Netflix, we will be uncensored, baby. It seems like we're going to be TB14 Attitude Era 2.0. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed my reaction to this, you hit this button right here for all of my WWE reviews. And if you enjoyed the video so much and want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, because we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and I need your help doing that, guys. And as always, hitting one of the videos with more of my amazing content, but don't go anywhere because I got more. Peace.